Brother, do you know what time it is?
Embark Studios have flamingos.
Flamingos?
Yes, flamingos.
How many flamingos?
Enough flamingos to put the plan into action.
Okay. I'll call her account.
Everybody knows the world ain't right. Down on your knees, get up and fight.
G'day, Rockhound here. So I kind of took an 11-month break from making videos. It was a period where we didn't hear much from Embark Studios about the first game the studio is developing, previously described as a cooperative, free-to-play action game set in a distant future about overcoming seemingly impossible odds by working together. Is it just me, or does that last sentence sound like we're going to need a name for this game sooner rather than later? Anyhow, Embark tweeted the 9-second, fairly low resolution teaser video you're currently watching, and in a moment I'll take a close look at it as well as a couple of other images we have too. This is an interesting time of year to release a teaser for a game. November and December are typically the territory of holiday season releases, but as this game is going to be free to play, with some as yet unknown, presumably in-game microtransactions that Embark can make money out of the game from, it's tricky to know if we should expect a full-scale trailer in the next month or so. My hunch is that we're probably not far away from that. Okay, let's jump into the teaser. It opens with this view of a dystopian-style outpost in a desert environment. We can see a bunch of birds circling the tower. Maybe they're drawn to something dead inside, who knows. Across the valley, we can see a more industrial-style building that overlooks what appears to be either a train line or a pipeline of some kind. The game so far seems to be this mix of old, large military or industrial structures and then these ramshackle outposts which presumably belong to some sort of group of rebels or survivors, using whatever means they have to get by in the dystopian world that they live in. Note the pretty sizable mountains in the background, the tops of which are touched by volumetric clouds. This appears to be a substantial map we're looking at. The teaser then cuts to a of flamingos that look like pretty normal flamingos you'd expect to see here on Earth, which promotes the question, is the game actually based in a future real Earth location, or at least based on it being on Earth, even if the specific location is fictional? All up, there are probably more than 100 flamingos in this scene, which, if they are going to appear in the game like this, means that wildlife aren't going to be a token gesture at all. By the way, apparently flamingo tastes a bit like venison and is considered a delicacy in some cultures, just in case you're wondering. Behind the flamboyance of flamingos, we have fog engulfing the ridgeline, and it looks like the environment and weather effects in the game are likely to be pretty damn sweet. The spectacular landscape, weather features, and abundant wildlife make me think that this game is not going to be lightweight on the PC requirements. Thankfully, a month or two ago, I was able to upgrade my old GTX 1060 gaming laptop with a pretty solid desktop PC that carries a GTX 3080 Ti. So bring it on is all I can say. Another abrupt cut in the teaser then takes us into a derelict warehouse, perhaps the one we saw across the valley from the first scene in the teaser. The lighting in here looks fantastic. Also, the sunlit dust here looks great. I'm really excited for the environment that is starting to shape up for this game. We can see what looks like a pretty normal office chair here. So again, I'm starting to think that the setting for this game is on a near future Earth. We then have our last cut to another outpost lit by a low sun, along with J.J. Abrams leveled lens flares. To the left, we have a snow-capped stratovolcano, which looks pretty similar to the one that's seen here in the Canary Islands, where members of the Embark Studios team scouted as a location source for the game. Now, my vote is definitely to have active volcanism in the game from time to time. I think that would be fun and pretty exciting. These outposts look pretty detailed, with almost a Mad Max feel about them. So I'm guessing that we don't get to build these ourselves, but perhaps they can be claimed as a base for our characters and our squad mates. Now that's the end of the very short teaser, but we also have a couple of images that have popped up in some blog posts that Embark Studios and their parent company Nexon have posted over the last few months. While the blog posts haven't revealed much about the actual game and development, the images continue to build our overview of what's to come. In this one, our rebel-like characters are seen crossing the vast and rugged open woodland landscape towards a massive dam-like structure. More birds again here, and also what appears to be a rocket contrail, perhaps fired to ease our characters' access into the location. This image, which was in a blog post written by Owen Mahoney, CEO of gaming giant and majority Embark Studios shareholder Nexon, shows a trio of rebels moving cautiously towards a large, presumably enemy base, which is guarded by hovering craft with lasers mounted to them. Now, I'm going to formally nickname these craft Sharks because
I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Okay, so now that we have that confirmed, there's a couple of other things that this image shows us. Firstly, and pretty obviously, it's nighttime. So I'm hoping we can expect day and night cycles through the game, giving it a much more DayZ-like feel to it. Also, and it's a minor detail that might simply be a bit of artistic license here, the moon seen in the sky is actually reversed from the one that we see on Earth, and apparently quite a lot closer. So, what does this mean? Are we in a parallel universe here? Or perhaps I'm just taking the analysis of these details a step too far. Lastly, I'll leave you with a video of the work that the team from Embark Studios have been making on what is likely to be one of the adversaries to the rebels that we've seen in those images. The video kind of speaks for itself. Now, how awesome does that look? A multi-legged AI that is hunting for us and getting better as they go. This makes for a pretty interesting looking free-to-play game, right? And it's one that I'll be sure to update you on as soon as Embark release more info. Now, if you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more details about this upcoming game from Embark Studios. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Kia kaha. Stay strong.
Everybody sees, stop and bright, last one to leave, turn out the light, last one to leave.